Good evening, everyone. This is the San Diego Riverside Charter School Governing Council meeting for Thursday, September 19th, 6 p.m. This will be recorded, and we're going to call the meeting to order now at 6:08 p.m. on the 19th. I'll do a roll call for the board members. So is David Toledo?
Present.
Okay, LaDonna Yepes-Sando?
Present.
Great, thank you. Kiani Upshaw Toya? Don't see her on, she's not present. And Susan Baca? Not present. And Margie Creel present. So we did establish that we do have a quorum, and we'll have our opening activities as the next item on the agenda, which is the approval of the agenda. If everyone, I'm gonna see if I could share my my screen so that you could see the agenda here. 1 second. Let me see if it'll let me share. I don't know, maybe someone else is sharing on here because I don't see. Oh, there it is. Hold on 1 second. I sent a request to share. Is that Miss Walters? Do you allow people to share, Miss Walters? And I don't see it, but I did send everyone the agenda, the governing council, the agenda. So the opening activity says approval of this agenda, which we have these opening activities, the finance report, the approval of the collaboration with Walatoa Charter, principals report, public comment, announcement, executive session, reconvene, and meeting adjournment. So if I can have a motion to accept the agenda, unless there's anything that needs to be added or changed to tonight, you can make a motion to add something or change something on this agenda.
Margie, this is Tony. Do we have the lawyer's contract on the agenda?
No, we do not.
I sent you a copy. Did you get one?
I didn't see it. I don't know if it's recent or what.
That's recent.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Hold on 1 second here. Here it is. Okay, so if we want to put you guys, can you see the agenda now?
Yes. Yes.
So under item number 5, after the approval of school collaboration, if someone wants to make a motion to add approval of lawyer contract, we can add that to this agenda.
I'll make a motion to add to the agenda.
Okay, of the school lawyer.
For the school
Contract?
lawyer, yes,
Okay.
contract.
Okay, so LaDonna Yepes-Sando made a motion to add to the agenda the approval of the school lawyer contract. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, David Toledo second. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. So we did make an addendum to the agenda right now, and so if everything looks good, then if so, we could get a motion in a second to accept the agenda for tonight.
I will make a motion to go ahead and accept the agenda.
Okay, so David Toledo made a motion to accept the agenda for tonight's meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
LaDonna Yepes-Sando second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, motion carried. The next item on our agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes for August the 8th, and those were sent to us just the other day, I believe. Was that right, Miss Walters? I think she said.
Yes.
So yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay, so did everybody take a look at the the meeting minutes. So let me stop sharing this and go see if I can get it 1 second here. Mhm. I don't see him. Do you have him? Ms. Walters, do you have them that you could share and show the meeting minutes? I'm looking on on the 18th. Yesterday was the 18th, right? Still checking. Nope, let me look up for Walter. I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, with the, you sent the Zoom link at 11:29 this morning. Okay, here they are. 8:43 AM this morning it says, so here they are. Or David answered at 8:43. Yeah, you sent him yesterday at 3:10 PM. Okay, so here are the. let's see. Let me share. Okay, here's the meeting minutes. Can you see the governing council minutes for August the 8th? On my
Yes.
screen? If you guys want to take a look at that and see if there's anything that needs to be added or changed on this meeting minutes. And if not, we can make a motion to approve them. Yeah, the only thing is I see that our next meeting was scheduled for the 12th, but that was the day they went to the fair, so that's why we put it off until today, but we don't need to do anything with that. We can just add it in that we changed the date today, so. Okay. All right, if anybody doesn't see any changes or anything that needs to be added or changed do this, if you could make a motion to accept these minutes from the August 8th meeting.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from the August 8th meeting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so I have a motion from LaDonna Yapasano to accept the meetings from the August 8th meeting. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, David Toledo seconded. All in favor say aye.
I,
Okay, any opposed? Okay, motion carried. All right, the next item on the agenda, let me get the agenda here, is for the finance committee report. So we have Angie has another school that she does on the third Thursday of the month, so she couldn't be here. And then Chris had another engagement. And then Greg has been with us because he's been working with Angie. So it's Greg from K-12 accounting. If you can give him your attention and he'll give you the business manager's report. Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Here he might have got kicked off. I don't see him in the
Oh,
in the
no.
Zoom.
He was there earlier.
He was-
Yeah.
he was on there.
See if he can get back in.
I don't see him. I we probably have to wait for him to.
Well, we're waiting
Sign
for him to
back
get
in.
back in. Let the record show that Kiani Upshide Toya joined us. So hi, Kiani. So we have another board member present right now. Thank you for being here. I guess while we're waiting to see if he's gonna come back on, let's just skip the finance committee report until we get him back. And we'll just go through the next item on the agenda. Okay, so the next item on the agenda was the approval of the collaboration with Walatoa Charter High School. There was a time back in April, said when they were asking if we should partner with Walatoa Charter High. What should we do? They're a state chartered school. We're becoming a state chartered school and all. And we agreed, it looked like, and took a vote on the April 19th special meeting that we had with our attorney at the time, Patricia Matthews, but it wasn't reflected in the notes. So since we're going into a meeting tomorrow with the PED, that's one thing that they wanted to specifically ask of us, is if we have ever voted as a board to be in collaboration with Walatoa Charter High. So we said, if not, if you don't see anywhere on your notes, or you can't prove to me that you see anywhere on your notes, just make sure that you do it before the meeting tomorrow. So that's why it's on for tonight. So for many of the board members, if we could have a motion in a second, if you to collaborate with the Walatoa Charter High School, and then we'll go from there. We also had several MOUs that we are collaborating with through the teachers and all with them. But the main thing that they're interested in is if we have school to school collaboration, and that's what they want to hear. So that's what, it's an action item, and that's what we have to do now. So. Anybody from the board member want to make a motion and a second for that?
Say it again, Margie. I didn't quite hear you.
It's to collaborate, it's an action item that we have with our school, San Diego Riverside Charter School, to collaborate with the Walatoa Charter High School. The sharing of, administration, teachers and all. The PED wants to know if we ever voted to do that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll make a motion to collaborate with the Walatoa High Charter.
Okay. And do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, so LaDonna Yepasano made a motion to collaborate with Walatoa Charter High, and Kiani Upshaw Toya seconded the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. So even if we didn't write it down before as an action item, we discussed it or talked about it, we now have an action item that we did vote on it. And this would be for the 24-25 school year. So this is where we are right now. All right, so when we go into the PED tomorrow at their meeting, we can let them know that's been actually voted on as an action item at a board meeting. So the next item on this part of the agenda, because I don't see Greg again yet, so we'll keep going, is the approval of the school lawyer contract. I don't think I have seen that, Mr. Archuleta. If you have sent that to the board, I have to find it through my emails because I don't see it. If you can show us or let us know or who they are, what you have signed up, and I'll go ahead and let you discuss that
Okay.
action item.
Members of the board, I'm delighted to present to you the professional services contract between the Governing Council of San Diego Riverside Charter School and the Ortiz Zamora Attorneys at Law. And it talks about the scope of services. It talks about the terms of the contract, the termination of the contract. It talks about the costs, and it talks about product of services copyright, amendments, waivers, and insurance. And the last page has the signature page, and it's like page 6. So if they already signed the contract, it needs to go to you, the board, and I can send it to you. I think we can vote on it or give Margie, as the president of the board, the permission to sign the San Diego Riverside School agreement between Gino Zamora and Ortiz. Let me tell you a little about them. They were my lawyers in Cuba. They were my lawyers in Cuesta. I had a very good relationship with them. They're very solid. They have highly recommended by Judge Daniel Sanchez. So my recommendation, based on my experience, based on their reputation, is that you, the board, allow President Margie Krill to sign the contract after she does a perusal on the contract. Any questions?
Mhm. I just think if you have, do you have the contract that you can show on the screen, or does Ms. Walters have it that you could share so we can actually see it? I have, that you have, information about legal counsel, but I don't see the contract specifically if you emailed it to me. Let me just look at.
Yeah, I had Mr. Fragua send it to you, and I wanted to make sure that, let me share with you something relative to the contract. I wanted, the Samora was kind of hesitant to make sure that we keep the contents of this contract very privy between you and them as providers.
Okay, I understand that. That's good. This should be like proprietary information anyway, but I would just like to see the contract. So, in the contract, does it have their legal fees and things like that? Or are we just voting on a lawyer right now and? we'll
My
pay as we go?
recommendation is that, yes, Marge, thank you so much. My recommendation that I send it to you,
Uh-huh.
and if the board accepts their approval, then that gives you the authority to sign it, because we definitely need legal counsel in our school. We were used to having Matthews before, and she's gone. So I did some research and make sure that we got someone was viable.
Okay, good. All right. Yes, I do see that you sent us something on August 16th talking about a lawyer, but I don't see any contract.
Mr. Archuleta, how long is the contract?
How long is the contract? Long, but what do you mean?
For the school year, or?
It's for the school year, yes. It can be reviewed. You can make a determination on how long you want to keep the contract, okay?
Okay.
So at the end of the year, you have the prerogative to determine whether you want to continue or terminate that contract. But again, I hate to sound like a broken record. These gentlemen have a viable reputation. They've been in the business a long time. In fact, when I was in Cuba, they encouraged me to sign the Yazzie Martinez agreement so that we would have a seat at the table. And so because of that, Cuba has a seat on the table regarding the Yazzie Martinez situation.
Oh, that's good to know. All right, so should we go ahead and take a vote, if you would, for to hire a lawyer at this time, or should we table it since we want to see the contract first, or however the board wants to proceed? We can do that right now. I do know we need a school lawyer. I do know that. Mr. Archuleta knows this person, so we do know that. We don't have to go into fees or anything right now because we get those when we start to use them. In 1 year, we didn't use a
No.
lawyer at all. In 1 year, we used a lawyer several times, so it just
Yes.
depends on what's going on in the year. So.
That's right, Margie. You're right.
however yeah, so whatever the board thinks, how they want to proceed with this.
I would like to see the contract.
Okay, so do you want to make a motion to table the approval of the lawyer to the next meeting then?
Okay, I'll make a motion to table the contract for the lawyers.
Okay, so LaDonna Yepasano made a motion to table the lawyer contract to the next meeting. Do I have a second or do I have another motion on the floor?
I'll second that meeting. I'll second that motion, sorry.
Okay, so Connie Upshot Toya seconded LaDonna as a motion to table the lawyer contract to the next meeting. So all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Mr. Archuleta, we'll get the contract, we'll look it over and we'll make sure and be ready to approve it for the next meeting, okay?
Marjorie, do you want me to send each board member a hard copy or an email copy so they can review it?
I think an email copy is good.
Yeah, email's
Okay.
fine.
I'll send you an email copy tomorrow morning.
Okay, that sounds
Thank
good.
you.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, and the next item on the agenda, let me get that here, is the principal's report. So we have Mr. Archuleta, if you can give us any updates for this school year, is one item on the principal's report, and then the other item is how the collaboration with Wauwatosa Charter and San Diego Riverside going. So the first item is on the principal's report. Mr. Archuleta and Miss Walters did send us a report. Did everyone get to take a look at that? Or if you want to go over it, Mr. Archuleta?
You know, I have some interesting information that I would like to walk you through the entire report.
That
If
was,
you don't
that
mind-
would be
if you don't
helpful.
mind?
No, thank you. I don't mind.
You don't mind? Okay, let me share with you something that's critical to our situation. In the past, we received Title I, Title II, and Title IV dollars. And because we transferred to the state, we ostensibly do not qualify for that. So let me read to you what I've done. San Diego Riverside Charter School will not qualify for funding from Title I to Title IV for the current school year for the following reason. Here is the regulation that the NMPD is referring to and determine that San Diego Riverside Charter School is not eligible for 204, 205 Title I, Title II, Title IV funds. So then, okay. PD's perspective is that the new Stein Charter School received federal funds in the year that the school is approved as the state current because the school did not exist the previous year and did not receive federal funds the previous year. Since federal funds are allocated based on the proportion of school received for the previous year, there is no method for determining an allocation for the way the charter school for the current year. However, this is my opinion. I think that we can argue that since San Diego Riverside received federal funds as a district charter school for 22, 23, 24, San Diego Riverside should be able to receive Title I, Title II, and Title IV funds as a new state charter for 24, 25, based on the proportion of federal funds that San Diego Riverside received as a district charter school 204 and 203 and 204. My reason for asking, putting this on paper is to ask you for your permission if you want me to follow the route of obtaining especially Title I dollars. Last year we had Title IV dollars. That's the money that was used to pay DIPS. And the Title II is for professional development. That we didn't use that money, which is only $2,000. But Title I generally generates a good sum of money that I would like, with your permission, to pursue that through the Title I director, who I happen to know.
Okay, Mr. Archuleta, so thanks for explaining that to us. And yes, I agree. We've been in existence for like over 20 years now. So
20
since
years, yes.
1999 to 2019 was 20 years. So it's like 25 years we've been in existence. So for them to say that you can't get funding because you're a brand new school, if you can put that on your list to talk to the PED tomorrow when we meet with them and ask actually ask them in person or on Zoom when you have the meeting about that, because we are not a brand new school. We are a brand new state chartered school, but we've been in existence for 25 years. So how do they?
That's right, that's
They
right.
work on that. So if yes, I would say, I don't know if you need a motion from the board or if we just discuss and give you permission, or I would say it would be best to, we just isn't really as an action item, but if someone wants to make a motion to have Mr. Archuleta pursue those funds for us that they're saying that we can't have because we're a new school, we can make a motion in a second to do so.
Okay, I'll make a motion to have Mr. Archuleta pursue the for the title 1, 2, and 4.
Okay, great. Thank you. That was from LaDonna Ipasando, to have Mr. Archuleta pursue the school year 2024-2025 Title 1, 2, and 4 funds. Do I have a second on that?
I second it.
Okay, David Toledo seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. So Mr. Archuleta, you do have blessing and approval from the board to do so. So please get us as much money as possible. Okay.
Thank you so much. I will talk to the Director of Federal Programs, the Title I Director, tomorrow, visit with her and pursue this matter. I think I can convince him that we, like you indicated, because we have been in existence for a long time, there is a basis. We can use the data that was used last year for generating funds. So I think that I can convince him that we are not a new charter school.
Right.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Archuleta.
sure.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, oh yeah, go ahead and finish your principal's report, Mr. Archuleta.
Okay,
So go ahead
we-
and go down. We're looking at it, but go ahead.
Okay, the current enrollment is 50 students. Only one student has withdrawn. Okay,
Tell me about that. Like what grade, what year?
it was a fourth
circumstances?
grader and she was a wonderful little girl, but there was something in her life that she needed to leave. Okay,
Is she gonna go to another tribal school or Hamus Valley or anything?
I think she's going to Hammond Valley. Yes,
Oh, shoot. Mhm.
it was a family thing situation that
Yeah.
caused that. Okay.
Okay. All
Then
right.
I just want to let you know that we are basically finalized the contracts between Walatoa, San Diego Sci and Walatoa. And they are providing a math, science, and English teacher that are coming to the school for an hour every day to render instruction to those kids. And I cannot overemphasize, ladies and gentlemen, how significant that is. The whole climate has changed. And I think this is one of the best things that has happened at San Diego Riverside and at Walatoa. Last night we had a collaborative meeting between the two schools, and it was wonderful. I am excited. I haven't been excited about something like this like I am now, because we have to remember we have 2 PhDs and Valerie there, and so they are professional instructors that we have for the purpose of ensuring that our schools receive qualitative instruction with the purpose of preparing them when they transfer to Walatoa or any other school. Schools are about teaching and learning, and I'm excited. I just want to let you know that, yes. And when we get to the Title IV, I want to also talk to you about the Family Index. I want to tell you that I found some money to hire a counselor.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I just want to to let everyone know that I was heading on my way to the community event last night, and I got called back at work and stuck here until like 7 o'clock last night, so I wasn't able to make it. So I didn't know if any of the other board members made it and what they thought about it.
I didn't see any of our board members there, but the staff was there.
I'm
We had a
sorry to-
presentation provided by the school, and went very well. I just want to let you know that bringing the two families together, the two schools together, I've shared that with some superintendents that I visited with, and they thought it was delightful. They thought that was a great idea and very innovative idea. And I want to thank you, the board, for making this possible. Because
Well, make sure that, thank you for that, but make sure that we're notified way in advance because I literally didn't hear about this until like a couple of days before, so.
I apologize. I apologize. I thought I had sent, from now on, I'm going to be sending you every piece of documentation, every piece of communications to you, all board members. to
As you
ensure-
should, yes, as you should, thank you.
Yes, yes, that's very good to send everything to us because it was kind of a late notice for me too, because I already had plans, so I couldn't make it, which I would have loved to have make it there.
I know, sounded
Awesome.
amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and I took it for granted because, John was very much involved and Lita was very much involved. So, and maybe it's a slippage, a slip on my part because I really wanted you to be there. We're having another one soon. And I just make sure that each and every one of you will receive the proper communications.
Thank you.
Ms. Archuleta,
Uh-huh.
I apologize for not making it last night either. I had to run into Albuquerque to get some supplies and stuff. But I saw the advertising, the flyer, it looked really, really good. It looked like fun. So I thank yourself and Waltewa Charter staff for being there for the kids and the parents. I know Walatoa Charter High staff is really, really been positive in working with our school and our students. So I thank them for following through in the event, and I will be there for the next event. I promise
Yeah.
you that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really, I'm excited. And I'm an old man. I've been there I just came to Walatoa in 2005 and I hired most of those people there. And I'm excited about the possibilities of ensuring that kids learn and are prepared to move on with better skills and marketable skills. Okay. Sorry for being excited about it, but I'm excited. Okay.
Great, I'm glad you're excited because that helps us out a lot. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
go ahead and finish your principal's report. So you start with the students. We're at the San Diego Riverside Charter School. Attended this New Mexico State Fair on Thursday, the 12th. And so how did everything go with that?
It went very well, extremely well. I was so happy and thank you, Margie, for making that transportation possible. Kids were elated, parents were there. I was so proud that day that I was standing at the gate, seeing everybody come in. And I want to thank Shandini for making arrangements to make it possible for us to come in free.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, I
Okay,
appreciate that. Just any time that we need do not ever depend on parents to take their children to town. There's a lot of people that work or they don't have vehicles or they don't have, the time, energy, effort, money, gas money, whatever. So anytime that we have a field trip with school, just run it past the board so we could put our heads together so we could figure out how to best get them on the field trip. Okay.
thank you so much, Margie. It was great. We facilitated the process after you made arrangements with Herrera bus services. It was worth every minute.
Okay,
Margie?
great. That's good to know. Yes.
While we're talking
Okay,
about
the next thing is that we
Wait, hold on, Mr. Archuleta. Davis has a question. Go ahead, David.
Sorry, David, sorry.
I'm sorry. While we're talking about the students, I just want to also make a comment. Talking about the students, I talked to them right here when they coming back from the school or going down to the school.
Uh-huh.
And I can honestly say, the Riverside kids, they're so polite. And I couldn't believe it, they're happy going to school, walking with their friends and learning. They don't complain about no bus or no other means of transportation, but I mean, they'd rather go down there and walk with their friends or catch a ride with their parents too as well. So we have some really good kids here at the Riverside School. So I just wanted to share that too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor. Thank you so much.
Well, yes, I'm glad you said that because I haven't been able to get to the school since the beginning of the school year. So I would like to see how everything's transitioning. So if any board members are able to just check out things at the school from time to time, just go ahead and step in. You're welcome to go through the school at any time. So Thank you for that report about the students, David, because I was wondering how the students were progressing this year, so that's good to hear. Okay, so go ahead, Mr. Archuleta, you said that there's a teacher aide vacancy that's still open for
Yes,
kindergarten, first
I
grade?
had, yes, I had 3 applicants. Only one followed through. We provided them with the documentation. We're now finalizing the possibility of hiring an EA in the kindergarten classroom commencing Monday morning. Then we had the Family Index team visit us yesterday, and they clarified some things in terms of what are allowable costs. Some of the allowable costs are to pay for the ice station, for us to pay for some of the expenses, such as the people coming to work at the school on an hourly basis, and also the possibility, not possibility, but a reality, that we can hire a counselor. So on Monday, I'm going to be interviewing a counselor to come and visit our school for at least one day, a complete day every week, and possibly longer if necessary.
And what money is this from?
This is from the Family Index. I spoke to Rachel a while ago, Rachel, McClellan, and I asked her the question. She said, absolutely, yes.
So from the
It-
PED, she's the one who
Yes.
agreed that we can use this money for those things?
Yes, yes. I visited with Angie to make sure that she understands that these are allowable costs. And that the allocation is $26,000. Then the Toa language and the art program are collaborating with Five Sandoval. And they are going to be working on clay projects, and they're excited about it. So the two classes are going to be working together. I think it's exciting. So integrating language, the cognitive domain, the psychomotor domains, and the affective domain. So
So it says that support in the form of transportation is needed. So how is that gonna work? Do they have to
If-
drive to Five Sandoval or what?
if they need to, no, Five Sandoval will pick them up and take them wherever site needs to be visited regarding clay foundings, clay deposits. So it's a collaborative between our school and them. We will submit the proper required document, parental consents from our community.
Well, that's good to know.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's good. You know, there's a law at the school this year that's very interesting. We only have 9 students less than we had last year, but there's an aura about kids are positive, parents are happy, and things are well. I just
Yes.
want to accentuate that, okay?
Thank you. All right, then the New Mexico PED has adopted a new data generating system that is known as Nova. It replaces STARS, and STARS was actually our attendance, and is that what it was, our attendance system?
Yes,
So that's Nova now, so
it's
Mr.
Nova now.
Frawa will serve as our specialist to do the entry so he's doing the attendance entry in Nova then for us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And I
And
want
then-
in the
Okay.
executive session, I would like to discuss this matter, okay?
Okay. So, okay, Mr. Frawa is the guru on this program and assisted by Miss Walters. Okay, all right, so that's good. So and then the San Riverside Charter School has utilized the services for Miss Matthews. And then now that's what you're asking for this legal counsel, but we tabled that. Okay, so, and that you will be forwarding us a copy of the contract for that, okay, to us, and then we'll have to, all right. And that's it for Mr. Archuleta's report. Does anybody have any questions for him? Okay, that's great. Then we'll go on to the next item on the agenda then. Okay, thank you, Mr. Archuleta.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chilo.
Thank you so much.
You've been busy down there.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, yes.
Where's I'm looking for my agenda for 1 second.
I'll come down and visit again.
Mhm.
I'd like for you to, please.
Okay.
One question, Mr. Archie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for the bus, are we looking into something
Yes,
or
we are. Yes, we
okay,
are.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
I have some possibilities. You know, I know the Moriarty people, Mr. Segura there. I've dealt with this issue when I was the head administrator in southern New Mexico, so I know what needs to be followed. I just need time to make sure that I follow the procedures, okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
Yes, also I've reached out to Martin Herrera, who took the students to the fair. He has put feelers out for a bus route driver for us also, he said. So he's looking for us a bus route driver also, so. He can
Good.
provide the bus, we need a driver. We just pay that company, so that's good to know. If we can get that, we'll have a bus route pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah, so if we do get a bus route, we just need a bus driver, someone from the community or around the valley.
Yes,
Anybody who has a commercial driver's license would help, yes.
Oh, okay.
we have an applicant. He just needs to take the required test, but he's been a driver before. His last name is Wakil. I can't remember his last first name. We
Patrick?
interviewed him and both Arrow and I interviewed him and we're working on that, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and so that's it for Mr. Archuleta's report. The next item on the agenda is public comment. If we have anybody on Zoom that would like to make a public comment, they can do so at this time. I don't see anybody. It's just like the board and us and staff, so. All right.
Artie, this
Yes.
is Cindy.
Oh, go ahead.
I talked to Angie and she said that she would like to table the finance report until October because
Right.
Greg needs help with the
Yeah.
reporting.
She
Yeah.
texted me too, so I'll make a motion for that, but thank you for that. We'll do that here in a minute. Thank you for letting us know. Yes. The next item is announcements, is our next regular board meeting scheduled for the second Thursday in October is October 10th. Right now, that's the second Thursday. I don't know if we'll have it or not. That's a balloon fiesta, glow night. So special shapes glow night. So some people might go to that. I'm not sure. But look at your calendar and see if we need to change that date or not. So you're right, like Miss Walter said at this time, if I could have a board member to table the finance committee report for September, and they'll give us September and October's next month because Greg was on and he didn't know that Angie wasn't going to be there. He needs her help to present. He's fairly new and starting. So that's why he dropped off when I texted her and that's what she told me. So if you could have a motion in a second to table the finance committee report.
Okay, I'll motion the finance table report.
Okay, I have a motion from LaDonna Pasando to table the finance committee report until next month. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, the second from David Toledo. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Finance committee report has been tabled. So at this time, I just which at 6:52 PM. If I could get a motion to enter into executive session. We'll do that now. I just need a motion in a second to do so.
I'd like to make a motion to enter
Make
into
a motion.
executive session.
Okay, David Toledo made a motion to enter into executive session. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
That's County Upshot Toya seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. We'll return soon as we finish an executive session. So we're gonna go to join executive session now. Okay, we reconvened back to the open meeting from the closed executive session meeting at 7:40 PM. We wanted you to know that only limited personnel matters were discussed and no action items were taken. So we reconvened to open meeting. We have next item on the agenda is adjournment. So it's 7:41 PM. If I have a motion to adjourn our meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn our meeting at 7:41.
Okay, Kiani Upshot Toya made a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:41 PM. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Donna Yepasando, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you all. Good
Thank you,
night.
everybody.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Ms.
Good
Walters.
Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Archuleta.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Archuleta.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you, Ms. Walters.